It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Memphis Steamers and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Watts. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He'll look to throw. Nifty move.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steamers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Hard throw, incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the handoff, it's Gore. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he fields it cleanly.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
London about set to take over on offense.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And a huge play that time. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Gore again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. They go with a screen to Gore. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A dump off here for Gore.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw again. He's got Gore. And he'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's going to keep this again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a handoff for Gore.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They run. It's Gore. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Now Gore. Oh, able to avoid him.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now it's Gore. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st and goal, Gore. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Gore will take it in. Touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. A look at the running back. The man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
63 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go. Gore. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again they run. Again it's Gore. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's caught at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third down and 12. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll look to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now another carry here tonight for Gore. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now on second down, this is Gore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they are in prime position, first and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steamers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. London about set to take over on offense.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Gore. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Second and 9 now. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on in your victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. It's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the home team here, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.